So, hi guys, I am out on a walk and I found a road I have never been down before. At least not in my adult life and not walking, and it's very pretty, and of course a plane is going overhead. Rude. You know, it's so much fun. I don't have all of the conveniences of a city. Let me turn the camera around so you guys can see this. It's beautiful. But I don't feel like I miss all of the city conveniences, because most of the time when there's not a dumb plane, the hand of people kind of just lies very lightly out here. And it's a beautiful place to be. Granted, if I want a pizza that I don't make myself, okay, who am I kidding? I can't even eat a pizza right now. But if I did want one, it would be a very long ride. Oh, you are a very pretty bird. What kind of a bird are you? What a cutie. But you know, I know how to cook. And I don't really miss takeout. Except when I'm being lazy, or like this last month when honestly I just miss food, period. But you know, it's such, I don't know, it's very peaceful here. You can go out into the woods, you can listen to the wind tell a story, listen to the birds. And you know, if you want good stories, all you have to do is look down and try to figure out the stories of the tracks that you see. A little while ago, I was walking, and I'm fairly sure that I came across the tracks of probably a coyote, because they had also left a deposit on the road, and it definitely was not domestic dog. And he seemed to be following the tracks of either a turkey or a sandhill crane, because it was a big bird. So, you know, it's all worth it. Also, I am slightly regretting that I figured blueberry season was over, because I don't think anyone has picked out this way, and there are still a lot of berries on these bushes. I mean, probably not as many as there were a couple of weeks ago, but a surprising amount. I don't know. I really do wish that right now there was an optional smell-o-vision, because I think you guys would love the way the air is up here. It's funny because each season has its own scent. And right now it's sun-warmed ground, a hint of rain that I'm hoping doesn't hit while I'm out on this walk, because I am miles from home. A little hint of pine, and for some reason there is always the undertone of a raspberry scent out in the woods. It's interesting, especially since I never see any raspberries, but the woods always have just a hint of raspberry and a very slight hint of wood smoke, probably from people out in the woods camping. And there fell my water. You know, one day, maybe I will figure out how to sew, and I will sew up the hole in my pants pocket that keeps dropping my water bottle down into the ground. Maybe. I don't know where this road goes, but I think that's half the fun. Also, I hope the wind is not too intense over the speaker. I also really wish I knew more botany, I guess, because I can ID some plants, but just in general. Like, that is my favorite type of moss. Don't ask me what type it is. It's the light green to white, and if you step on it once it's dry, it crunches. So I call it crunchy moss. And then here, which I plan on harvesting some of this and this winter trying to make an extract. This is wintergreen, and it grows everywhere. And when I was a kid, it was one of my favorite trail snacks. Not that you really eat the berries. I mean, you can. But they're kind of waxy. We'll let the wind stop. But wintergreen is one of my favorite flavors. Always has been, probably always will be. When I was a kid, which probably didn't help my teeth, I used to go around the block from where I lived was a little bakery day-old shop. And they would have, you know, day-old bread, day-old snack cakes, all of that, which was very cool. But that wasn't what I went there for. What I went there for, ooh, another road that I don't know. Should we go down it? I mean, why not? We'll just scratch an arrow into this dirt to let me know which way is back home. And, ooh, definitely going this way. But yeah, the thing that I really went there for was, ooh, I think there's a lake. They were just called Canada mints. They would have 3 little X's and the word Canada on them. And they were wintergreen, and they tasted amazing. And that little day-old bread store would also sometimes have the original double bubble bubble gum, which was my favorite gum for as long as I could remember, because the original flavor had a hint of wintergreen to it. So it was my favorite. Also, I don't know what lake this is. Because in general, I really don't know where I am. It's a very small lake. Kind of pretty though. I don't think I'm going to be able to get down to it. That looks like woods that are full of probably bugs. We don't like bugs. At least not the tick kind. But you know, we can get a little bit closer. See if there's anything down there that's cool. I mean, there is a path. It's not much of a path. What a pretty little lake. This is why I love living here. I don't even know the name of this lake, or if it has a name, or what kind of fish are in it. It's funny, I actually started off this walk with a destination in mind, and then I got distracted because I saw a road that I've seen before. Oh, look at those mushrooms. And I said, you know, I've never gone down that road. I don't know what's down that road at all. But I could go see. And that's how we ended up here. Also, I think at some point somebody made a little fire ring right there. I feel like this is not actually a campsite. At least not an official one. But you know, it went down to a cute little lake. And it's just a beautiful day. I mean, it's cloudy. There is the chance of rain. But it's also cool. This is like the perfect weather for walking. See, now, this is another moss. And again, I don't know what kind of moss other than pretty. So that's the very soft, bright green moss. And it feels like you're walking on the world's most plush carpet when you step on it. And it grows everywhere. And the crunchy moss usually grows with it. And the wintergreen is everywhere. And the blueberries and the ferns, which are starting to change color. We're never too far away from fall here. Actually, I should say, we're never too far away from winter here. But even though it's very short, summer is beautiful and worth it. And even though this summer has been a trial for me, it's been a good one. Also, personal side note, there's my arrow. I am now on either day 3 or day 4 of being able to put my bottom teeth in. And yesterday, I was even able to chew, albeit very carefully. And what I was chewing was scrambled eggs, so it's not like they need a lot of chewing. But it felt like a win, and I'll take it. It's really weird, and I think I've said this in some of my videos before a chapter. You don't realize that you can feel your teeth, your real teeth. And I'm hoping that as time goes on, I'll get more of a sense of, like, maybe these teeth are actually mine. Okay, that's very pretty. I feel very lucky to live where I do. It's not the life for everyone. I feel like a lot of people would like to vacation here for a weekend. But the realities of living so far away from everything would probably not be to a lot of people's liking. It's to my liking. The silence is very nice. In fact, that's one of the things I like the best about winter. Speaking of winter, winter has its own smell here. It's interesting. The smell of the pine trees definitely gets stronger in the winter. And then, as always, there's the hint of wood smoke. No berry smell, unsurprisingly. But the air gets a almost sharp scent and very, very clear. Like clear, crisp, a sharp scent. I can't really describe it better than that. Autumn, you usually get the scent of burning leaves and just the pine grows a bit more as you start heading towards winter. And not my favorite smell in the world, but you do get sort of a mushroomy smell that, not my favorite, but kind of cool in its own way. So I'm pretty sure that these are jack pines. I could be wrong, but if I am right, they're a really interesting tree because the only way these pine cones open is with a fire. So they don't spread a lot because hopefully we don't have too many fires. They're also the preferred food of a very special variety of warbler, which is called Kirtland's warbler. And there's a whole preserve of them down in the lower peninsula. And I'm pretty sure I took everybody there a couple years ago. There's a rest stop that's there. It's called Hartwick Pines. And it is a refuge for the Kirtland's warbler, which they thought was extinct for a long time until they found it again. Random fun facts with Christine. Also, not gonna lie, I can see why the ancient people were mostly an animistic religion. Living out here almost makes you believe in fairies. But yeah, I thought I would just take you guys out. Walk a little bit, babble a little bit. I'm feeling much more like myself every day. One of these days, maybe I'll conquer that eating thing. That'll be exciting. And then, yeah, on to the next adventure. Maybe I'll find another road that I've never walked down and walk it and bring you. I always hope to see some interesting animals, but usually all you see are tracks. And I've been babbling long enough, so I guess we'll say goodbye here. I have no idea where I am, but that's okay. I'm not too stressed about it because I always find my way home. And it's a gorgeous day. And yeah, anyway, that's about it. I figured I would show you this nifty little sylvan looking road that I've never been down. And yeah, have a great day.